Mossy Oak's Hunting the Country is presented by Ram Trucks.
That third one's done went over the hill up there.
You know, I've been coming out here to White Oak Outfitters here in northern Nebraska for the last several years. First time I came, I just fell in love with it. I mean, this is just a beautiful place out here, and it's so different than back home. There in South Georgia, all we got river swamps and pine trees, and gallberries. Come out here and it's just wide open country.
Let's go check another roost out.
John said, hey, so come on, let's go ride. I'll take you and show you where we're gonna hunt in the morning.
And then they're gonna work up that lane in between that tree grove. We're gonna set up on that north end of that grove. That'd be perfect. Set them decoys out, get us all calling, mixing it up.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I think it's gonna be deadly.
That'll work. That'll work. Daddy's looking forward to it. He'll be glad to hear that.
I tell you, the excitement was already there, but now it's really starting to build.
All right, Daddy, John brought us in here yesterday afternoon. Showed us where these turkeys are roosting. There's some big cottonwood trees back here behind them. And he said they've been watching them. That's where they roost. They fly down in the field.
Well, my daddy, he likes to turkey hunt. And the only place he's ever been is right there at home in South Georgia. So I've been trying to encourage him to come. My 10-year-old Grace, she loves to turkey hunt too. So I said, well, we just might as well bring the whole family. Daddy, Mama, my wife Teresa, my 2 kids, Grace and Sarah, we all loaded up. Now that they're here, I'm ready for them to see what I've been telling them about.
If all goes as planned, they should come around and work up towards these decoys. It's about 7:30 now, so somewhere in the next 20 or 30 minutes, they ought to be coming out.
He has advanced Parkinson's disease, which is pretty tough. It's a movement disorder, and it just makes him where he can't move and can't do like he needs to do. He can't walk very good, and he can't walk far at all. So John had to set up just off the roost. That way he could drive Daddy right up to where we needed to set up. So that's a challenge for him. And you know, he gets around slow and has a hard time. But I'm gonna tell you something, when it comes time to get up and go turkey hunting, he pops up.
That too high?
Man, it was terribly windy that first morning. So we couldn't hear the turkeys gobble on the roost. The wind was just too high. But after they flew down, as they got to coming closer, we heard one gobble.
I hear him. Yep, there's the hens right there. There's the hens. He's probably gonna be right there close behind them. We better get together. I know he's gonna be right there behind them. Is that good?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Yep, there he is right there. There he comes. I see him strutting. I see him strutting in the room. There he goes. It's pretty, ain't it?
Yeah.
I'll just let him come up there and get on that decoy. You got it on him? All right. Hang on.
Mossy Oak's Hunting the Country is brought to you by Loophole, Remington, Scott Archery, Lethal, and Ram Truck Brand.
Didn't take long, he popped out, full strut. come right on around in front of us. Just awesome like he needed to. Got up in there with the decoy.
Whenever you get ready.
We're taking.
Daddy got down to business and done what he had to do.
Good job. Good job. Smoked him, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's pretty, wasn't it?
Yeah. Get him right on you.
That's your first Merriam.
Yeah.
And Daddy got his first Merriams on the first morning, the first hunt. That was a good way to start a trip off.
Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Old double beard.
How about that? Tell you what, Daddy, that worked out just like we were hoping it would. John's been watching these birds. He said they'd fly down off the roost and work their way up that road. And he was right. They come working up that road, we could hear them gobbling. Knew they was working their way toward us like he said. And give him a few calls. Hen showed up, he was strutting right behind them. Come around in there, come all up there on the decoys, and put on the show, and you shut him down. So good job, man. Good job, pretty bird. You want to get up and go show Mama and them what you done? Warm up a little bit, get out of this wind, and let Grace get her turn. You get turn number 2.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, I'm glad for you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
There's a flat top up here and it's fairly windy. Okay. But I'm thinking that there's a lot of cedar trees back here. It's kind of thick and there's little pockets of little meadows and stuff. We're just gonna get set up in one of them. Okay. Set the decoys up and just call, see if we can't get one fired up.
Maybe they're down in there out of the wind.
Yeah,
sort of like a wind break.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
let's go give it a whirl.
All right, let's go.
You ready?
Yeah, when me and Teresa had our first kid, I was like, man, you know, if I'd had a boy, you know, he'd have been hunting and fishing right there with me. Teresa was quick to tell me, she said, well, you know, girls hunt and fish too. I said, you're right. I said, well, if she wants to, I'll certainly be more than glad to take her. So when Grace was 5, I took her a time or two, just, you know, didn't want to burn her out on it. Well, the next year when she was 6, she said, Daddy, I want to go now. I want to shoot a turkey. She was hooked from then on.
We were in the living room and he was telling Granddaddy when we were going to go to Nebraska. And I said, can I come? And he said, sure. I was really excited and I had a lot of energy.
All right, it's real windy. So what John's done, we've come off the top of this hill, got down here where all these cedars are real thick, hoping the birds would be down here trying to get out of the wind. We got set up in this little meadow, and we started running some calls, and we got birds gobbling at us now. So let's see if we can't get them to work on in and kill one of them.
They got them.
Yeah, Daddy, I hear him.
Jared,
Yes, sir.
get ready, guys.
Where do you think he's at?
That way.
Grace, I see you coming right there. You see? It is, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Just be easy. Let him come on.
Baby. we drove up on the hill, then we got out, got our stuff ready, walked down the hill. Mr. John set out the decoys. Then me and Daddy got tucked up in the little hole in the cedars. And then when we called, we heard turkeys gobble. And then we can see it's behind the gap. And then we saw one of them puffed up and strutted come to us. It was really pretty. And then we saw another one puffed up coming behind him through that gap in the cedars.
It's a jake now, don't shoot it, it's a jake.
He was a jake, you can tell by the feathers, the tail feathers. The middle ones were longer. And then when he came up on the decoys, boom.
She got her first Merriam, and I'm gonna tell you, she was smiling bigger than I thought she could smile.
Was that good?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty white.
Yes, sir.
Go see what you got.
It had done her good, and it done Daddy good too. I'm gonna tell you, I was awfully proud of her, and I was super happy for her. That was good. Great. That was great.
Thank you.
Awesome. He come through that. What'd you say, Grace? He come through that lane.
He's beautiful.
Yes, he's nice. You dang right. He's beautiful. Good job.
Yeah, you could see they just stuck out. It was gorgeous.
It was good. Hold it over. Gorgeous. Look at that wing down there. You go.
It's your first Merriam turkey, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And that was quite the show they put on.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, you figured we needed to get out here, out of that wind and all these cedars.
Yeah.
Mr. John knew exactly what he was talking about, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Put you in the hot spot. What'd you say when you saw him, Grace?
He was beautiful.
Uh-huh. Look what it looked like.
A painting.
A painting? That was a pretty painting, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Had that Jake with him, and he come right on in there them decoys.
He had no idea there was a 10-year-old Georgia girl at the end of that trigger.
Annie Oakley. You kind of like Annie Oakley, ain't you? You know who Annie Oakley is? What?
Yes, sir.
The next generation right here.
She likes it pretty good now. You like it or you love it?
Love it.
All right. That's what I want to hear you say. John, thanks again, man. You did a good job. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it a bunch.
You're welcome.
Grace.
Thank you.
You're welcome too.
Come on, let's go show Granddaddy.
You got the gun, Gracie?
There you go, baby. Tell Granddaddy what you did.
What'd you do, girl?
Killed a big Merriam turkey.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You kidding me?
No?
It's no for nothing, did you?
Yes, sir.
Got a pretty white tail and all. It was pretty murder.
You stone cold dropped him, didn't you?
You're getting good at that stuff, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
Do something every time you go about it.
Yes, sir.
You hungry? Let's go get something to eat. Come on. All right.
Okay, whose turkey is whose?
This is Granddaddy. This is Grace.
Oh, Grace, you got a flat one, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Good job.
You know what that means.
Yeah. Good. Money more.
He said that if I killed a white tip Merriam turkey, that he'd mount at my room.
It's been a long, hard morning. We need some carbohydrates. We're fixing to take care of that problem.
Where'd you see turkeys at this morning?
Under a tree.
Under a tree? What were they doing?
We're puffing out.
Puffing out. Okay. So we ate lunch. Decided we'd go back out that afternoon, see if we couldn't get me a turkey.
They're shaded up over there in the big cottonwood trees. I think we'll slide them down here along this draw, get set up, and hopefully call one in. We might wait a little while, let it cool down, you know, and then fire them up.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So we eased in there, and you know, it was pretty open in there. Got a lot of good places to hide as far as cover and stuff, so he set us up a blind. John said he'd just back up off to the side. He'd tuck up tight in the bushes where he'd be hid good. Put the decoys out in a little meadow in the sunshine, hoping if the turkeys started coming in, they could see those decoys, and I'd just, you know, give them a little extra encouragement to come on our way. So it's been about an hour, and I heard John make his first series of calls. Well, when I heard John call, I started calling with him. It's probably been 15, 20 minutes. We heard one drumming. I saw his head pop up over the hill in front of it. Then he fanned out and started strutting. He was strutting down the hill coming to it.
You see it, Grace? You see that head?
Well, just a second, saw another head pop up and another. Turned out there was two more longbeards coming behind that one.
Mossy Oak's Hunting the Country is also brought to you by Schwacker Broadheads, Caldwell Shooting Supplies. Come here, dear. Sheffield Financial and Mossy Oak.
Told Grace, I said, hey, this could get interesting. So me and John, we just don't call much. We give just a little bit of encouragement and assurance that, you know, we are still down there and they ought to come check it out. Well, that first longbeard that come over the hill, he was coming on a string. I mean, he was definitely buying a ticket to the show.
We strut like crazy.
He had his mind made up he was coming into those decoys.
We tearing that decoy up. How about that?
That was awesome.
What do you think?
That was great.
That's good, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Chuck put on the show, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Man, he strutted in perfect.
I'm gonna tell you, Grace, she enjoyed that hunt. Come in there, did all that around the decoys, spitting, drumming. I mean, he put on a show and we had the front row seat. Hey man, good job.
That was awesome, wasn't it?
That was good. That was real good.
I had front and center the whole show.
That was pretty good now.
You gotta go look at him.
Let's go check him out. Check this baby out, see what he looks like.
Pretty bird.
Yes, sir.
3-year-old too.
Dang, sure is, ain't he? Huh?
Scrappy.
It's pretty, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's missing a couple there, ain't he? Been laying it out, ain't he?
Yeah, they've been fighting.
He got a good beard, don't he?
Got some good hooks on him too, 3-year-old.
Yeah, baby. Couldn't have been no better, I'm telling you. Couldn't have been no better.
Hear my knees knocking back there?
I knew I heard something chattering, I didn't know what it was.
Boy, I had a great show.
You know, I know I didn't thank you one time, I'm gonna thank you again.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it a bunch. I mean, it's been a wonderful trip. You know, I've been coming out here a long time, and I loved turkey hunting. The first time I ever came, I fell in love with this place out here. Good folks, dang good hunting.
Yep.
And I've been back several times, and I've been telling my daddy about it. He loves the turkey hunt.
I know we talked about it in Nashville there.
Yeah.
At the NWTF.
That's right, yeah.
Man, I'd love to get my dad out there and come out hunting. So I'm so tickled he got to come.
Yep.
You can see it in his face and his eyes.
Yeah.
That he's so passionate about it.
And Grace was like, well, why can't I come? I want to go too, you know, so.
You don't like it, do you?
What do you think?
I think you might like it, or do you love it?
Love it.
You can look back to this and when you're an old man on a rocking chair and grin ear to ear. I will.
I will too.
If I make it that long.
Well, you know, I mean, now I enjoy hunting. I love it as good as anybody, don't get me wrong, but I mean, this trip, I mean, it wasn't about me. It was about Daddy, it was about Grace. And of course, I didn't have no problem squeezing the trigger now.
Right. No.
But they were number one priority, and we got that accomplished. So then I decided I'd take me a turn. Well, you know, I know good and well that Granddaddy and the rest of them be glad to see what we did. So you reckon we ought to get this thing? I think so.
I'll grab your bird. You grab your gun.
I appreciate it again. Thank you, man.
Closed captioning provided by Precision Shooting Equipment.